It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. And coming right up, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he
It's a Western Conference matchup as the Los Angeles Lakers come into town in this game. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? This is Kevin Harlan, joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. This is the first game back in Denver for the Nuggets. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
Well, there's no place like home, Kevin. It's always nice to be in familiar surroundings around those that cheer for you, your family and friends. And home is home. There's no place like it.
Yeah, how about just sleeping in your own bed? You're not flying from city to city, getting in at 3 in the morning and after playing a tough game. So just a lot of advantages in terms of that familiarity when you are home.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Freak in at point guard. Handle out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Russell. And it's George in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Russell after the Nuggets pick up 2. And it's Wade in the corner. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Wade's got his first bucket in this one.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Screen by Nurkic. O'Connor, he's guarded by Russell. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. In the corner, it's Freak. Good on the three-point shot. Freak's got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Now here's Moutier. Defense is right there. Nowitzki's shot's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Freak. 26 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland. Outside Russell. 5 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Freak.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Now here's Moutier, guarded closely. To the right side. Here's O'Connor. Offensive rebound. Flores, the pass to Nowitzki. Flores. Wade is covering. Pass to Moutier. Here's Flores. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 3. It's deflected, but they recover it. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's O'Connor. It's deflected. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And it's Freak missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Moutier dishes to Nowitzki. Fader on the way, and that one's good. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the night.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And George, here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the first one drops. And the Lakers with some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Young comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Russell. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Vasquez kicks to Miles. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. On the wing, Johnson. Screen by Fareed. Right wing. Here's Vasquez. Johnson kicks to Vasquez. He dishes it to Miles. Passes it to Johnson. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Got a piece of it. Williams with the steal. Fast break. Here they come. And Freak throws it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for George. 1:15 left to play in the first. Now here's Williams. The screen from Thompson. And a wide open look for Freak. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 12 points for Freak.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Vasquez passes to Fareed. Here's the screen. Now Miles. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Vasquez. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Vasquez. Thompson dishes to Freak. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. One second separating the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer, got a piece of it. That's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. .20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. No good on the quick three.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And he gets it to go.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career. Dirk has proven himself through the test of time as tough. Switch here. Nurkic is checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Samuel Dalembert is checked in for Hibbert. Randle comes in for Brandon Bass. And Freak subbed in for Russell. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak, he's in at point guard. Randle out there with Dalembert. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Williams at the 2 spot. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors was just phenomenal. He ended with 26 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. This was the latest chapter in what has been a stretch of very good outings for him. Will we see another one tonight, Kevin?
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Vasquez comes in.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Kicks it to Williams. For the three. And it's Freak missing. The Nuggets trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Stick it too much.
Fires for three. They get it back.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Now the pass to Forbes. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Fareed outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Flores the pass to Nurkic. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Los Angeles leading by 10. Takes it from 10. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And he gets it to go. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Off the screen, and that one's good. Freak's got 14 points for the game.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post, rotate over, and make your presence felt.
Freak number one.
So soft.
You know what, Kevin? Leading the league in scoring is no small feat. Every night, giving it his best, and the effort is definitely paying off.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Denver. Johnson comes in for Moutier, and then for Los Angeles. George is checked in for Dallenberg. Thompson comes in for Julius Randle. And Nick Young is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Johnson with a screen on George. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Denver. The Lakers also with a sub. Russell's checked in. Freak kicks to George. Can't get it to go. And the Nuggets going the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a real gritty win for them.
Yeah, they saved their best for last that day. Got it done in overtime.
They set the pick. Russell kicks to Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
The Nuggets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on. They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second. And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Vasquez dishes to Miles. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Dwayne, give us...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. He has 17 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
We've got Jusuf Nurkic, Moutier out there with Nowitzki, and it's O'Connor in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Here's Moutier. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Moutier's got his first 2 points of the night. Lakers leading by 4. Freak with it. 17 points in the game. Off the pick. Rebound by the Nuggets. Moutier's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to O'Connor. Now the feed to Moutier.
What are you doing?
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he nails the third. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Freak kicks to George. Wade left side. And it's Freak missing. The Nuggets trail. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
No good from Wade.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Knocked away and stolen by Williams. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. George passes to Freak. George sets a screen for Freak. Nowitzki with the steal. And here's Moutier. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Good. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Shooting teams in the NBA. The Lakers #1.
We've talked about rebounding being a key factor in winning. Free throws and free throw percentage is another one of those key factors in winning. This team is the best in the league at making free throws, and that's one of the reasons they're successful.
Russell, he's checked in for Williams.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Moutier dishes to Nowitzki. Takes the 13-footer, and again it's Denver.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
LA's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Freak kicks to George. Outside, Russell. Dishes it to Randall. Tries again. Rejected by Nowitzki.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Freak. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Now in the court, let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. There's the dish to Young. In the corner, it's Freak. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
No one near him. Can't hit. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Freak with the ball. Cannot hit. The Nuggets trail by 5. O'Connor the pass to Vasquez. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. And that's 13 points for Dirk Nowitzki. Young outside. And Freak throws it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Hibbert with a screen for Freak. Down low. Jumper off the screen. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And now a 7-point Laker lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Young outside. He feeds it to Freak. The screen from Thompson. Here's Freak. The three-pointer off the mark.
Now in the court, your Mario Nuggets dancer.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Some changes here for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Bass. And Freak subbed in for Russell. The Nuggets trail by 7. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak, he's in at the point. D-Wade out there with Randall. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's George in at the 5 down low. O'Connor on target from 13 feet. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Freak, picked by Randall. Pass to Wade. He kicks it to George. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shot clock at 6. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 7. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Screen by Fareed. Moutier pass to O'Connor. Unloads from 13. Buries the jump shot. 8 points for Kenneth Fareed. Lakers leading by 5. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And George, here we go. Can't convert after the good screen.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And again, it's Kenneth Faried. And now just a 3-point Laker lead.
Whoa, Nelly, listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
Freak, Randall dishes to Wade. Takes it off the glass.
Just so reliable. I mean, that basket there will give them a little bit more of a cushion.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Denver's head coach was going over with his team. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, we're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart. Guys?
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Denver. Nowitzki comes in for C.J. Miles. Now here's Moutier. He's covered closely. Launches a three. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, Dirk Nowitzki is a handful. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with him.
Freak kicks to Wade. To the middle. Now here's Freak. Back to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Freak. It's good from beyond the arc.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
We've got time. We don't have to isolate immediately.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the right side. Passes it to O'Connor. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. The Nuggets making a switch here. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
He dishes it to Nurkic. Here's Moutier. And a miss there on the triple. And so the Lakers take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, how did you guys overcome
the 2K Sports postgame show?
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal,